Hello everybody, thank you for watching. So today's look is a bridal inspired look using all products that you can find at the drugstore, so really affordable. So we're starting off by going in with the eyes first and just applying a concealer. This one's from Bourjois and I really like it, it's really soft and creamy. And we're just using a beauty blender to blend that over the lid just to act as a base for all those shadows that we're going to apply and build upon. Now picking up the third shade in the L'Oreal palette and just using a fluffy brush to push this through the crease. It's just going to act as our transition shade, and it's really important we put this down first just so that we get that really gradient look to the eyes. We don't want any harsh lines or any deep colours or anything like that. We want to build colour to get that really blown out perfect look for your big day, especially for photographs. So now I'm going in with a slightly darker shade, just building this up just on the outer corner of the eye. I don't want to bring it in too far. And just in a V shape, gradually building upon that with a darker shade. And you'll notice that I'm going back in with a fluffy brush each time I apply a colour, just to blend out so we get that really sort of blown out look. We need to keep blending and blending. Now shade 7, I'm just building this up again in the outer corner, focusing on the outer V, adding more colour and more colour till we get the desired look that we want, and again going back and blending with my fluffy brush just to make sure we've got no harsh lines. Okay, so now we've got the desired look we want for the outer corner and we've built up to the colour that we want, the darkness that we want. We want to bring some light black to the mobile eyelid and just make the eyes pop in the centre. So I'm just taking the light shimmery shade from the palette with a big fluffy brush and just applying that all over the centre of the eyelid just to really bring out her eyes and bring back some light to the look. Okay guys, so we're going to start to define the eyes, and I'm using a kohl pencil on the back of my hand just to slowly push that into the roots of the lashes. Now this is where the tape is really helpful because it helps us to get that really sharp wing without making any mistakes. So I'm just pushing that into the bed of the lashes just to add some definition so that when we apply our false lashes we've got that really sort of smoky look and everything's nice and blended. If you're comfortable with using a liquid liner and you like the way that looks, then go ahead and apply that instead. That will be fine. So now that the eyes are finished, we can take off that tape, just carefully remove it and use a baby wipe or a damp cloth just to clean up any glitter or fallout you've got underneath the eye, just so the skin's nice and fresh, ready for our primer. Today I'm going in with the REVLON illuminating primer, and I'm applying this to the high points of the face, the tops of the cheekbones, the forehead, the nose, just to add a nice glow. And then I'm using a second primer just to fill in any pores throughout the centre of her face, her chin and her forehead, just so we've got a nice clean base for our foundation. This one I'm using is the L'Oreal True Match one. It is slightly dark for tans and skin tones, so we did take it down the neck, but I really like this foundation. I feel like it gives you a really nice glowy look with just the right amount of coverage. It's perfect for your wedding day. It seems to last a very long time on my skin, so I really like this foundation. Okay, so this was a new product for me. This is the Sleek Cream Contour Kit, and I actually really liked how it turned out. So I'm just using the banana shade and the light shade in the palette and applying this with a concealer brush underneath her eyes, just to get rid of any dark circles and make her look like she's had a million hours of sleep. And then just applying this down the bridge of the nose, just to tighten the nose in a little bit, on the chin and the forehead, just to bring those features forward and just tie the whole face together. Because this is a cream contour kit and it was quite thick in consistency, I just applied a tiny bit of that concealer we used at the beginning just underneath the eyes, just to help me blend it. So I didn't want any cakiness underneath her eyes or for any creasing or anything like that. We want this to be really flawless. In photographs you don't want to see any creasing underneath the eyes or any thickness around that area. So I'm just using that, and it actually really helped to make that area look really smooth and blown out. Okay, so now for my favourite part, we're just going in with the darker shades in the palette. I ended up actually going in with an even darker shade just to really bring out her cheekbones, just so we get that really chiselled, defined look in the face. Now I feel like a beauty blender is really important when it comes to cream contouring. I just feel like you can't achieve a really blown out, flawless look without any harsh lines without using a damp beauty blender, so I would really recommend picking one of those up. I'm using the Real Techniques one, and we're just going in and blending that into the face. Now less is more, and keep building, so keep applying it layer by layer. Don't go in straight away with a really harsh line because it will be really hard for you to blend out. So just keep adding until you get the desired look. Now I didn't want a harsh look or any sort of masculine look. I really wanted a sort of soft natural contour, so I did just keep reapplying until I got to what I needed, and it ended up looking really nice. for mascara, I use the False Lash Flutter from L'Oreal. And I'm just applying a thin coat because later we're going to be applying false lashes. And if you do make any mistakes with a mascara or anything like that, it's handy to keep your beauty blender just beside you and you can go in and just quickly clean that up. Now going in with some powder. Now I really wanted to keep the face fresh and glowy, but I did want some powder just in the T-zone where she's going to get oily throughout the day. So I just carefully patted a really light layer of powder just throughout the centre of her face to avoid any oil coming through, but still keeping that glow on the outside of the face around the cheekbones. Now for bronzer, I wanted to keep it really natural, and this is kind of helping to set that cream contour we did earlier. So I'm just using a fluffy brush and applying this to the higher points of the face. I feel like bronzer really helps to bring the face to life and make you look healthy and full of colour. So I am just going back in and blending this throughout the face until I get the desired look that I wanted. Now a bridal look wouldn't be complete without a nice flush of rosy pink to the cheek. So I'm just applying this L'Oreal blush trio to the tops of her cheekbones and just the slight of the forehead just to bring the face all together. Now I am going back in with a fluffy brush as these are really pigmented and we don't want it to look too pink or too dolly on the face. Okay, so now going in with highlighter. This is my favourite part of doing makeup, is adding the glow. So we're just using this one from Sleek. This is absolutely stunning. It's literally £12 from Boots and it is so pigmented, so glowy, so beautiful. If you haven't got this, you really should go and pick it up. So I'm just using a small brush from Real Techniques and applying this to the tops of her cheekbones, the bottom of her nose, her cupid's bow, her brow bone and her inner corner, and just going over the top with a fluffy brush just so it looks really seamless and blended. But I just love how this turned out. She just looks so fresh and glowy. It's just such a beautiful product. Finishing off with the lips, I'm just going in with nude suede shoes from NYX, defining the outer edges of the lips. I went with the nude lip because I felt like this matched in best with the eyes, as we had gone quite smoky and purple. I didn't want any bright colours or anything, so I'm just adding a slightly peachy toned pencil. This is called Pink Cantaloupe from NYX, to the centre of the lip, just to add a little bit of colour and a pop in the centre of her lip, just to make them look bigger and fuller. And then going over with this beautiful gloss from L'Oreal, just to add a sheen and a glow to the lips and a slight bit of nude colour. And that is the completed look. I'm so happy with how this look turned out. I think she looks absolutely beautiful. So if you enjoyed it, please subscribe to my channel for more videos like this and give me a like. Let me know in the comments below if there's anything else you want to see, and thank you so much for watching. Bye!